Just got a new bookshelf, but it's blank and it needs to be painted, so let's go do that. So I paid someone to make this bookshelf for me, and it is beautiful. I love it so much, and they gave it to us blank so that we could paint it. I invited one of my friends over to help me paint it because she is a really good artist, and it was really fun to paint with her. I originally wanted to do like a big pattern on the back with like big leaves and flowers that just like repeat everywhere, but we eventually decided on just doing a bunch of little flowers on the whole thing, like where they didn't really repeat, and like bugs and mushrooms and stuff, and then vines weaving in between them, and I think it was definitely a really good idea. We were painting this in the garage after dark, and so June bugs kept falling in the bookshelf when we were painting it. But this was so fun, and this was where I was working, and my friend was working at the bottom. But these were some of the flowers I painted. And I'm really proud of that rose, because I had no idea I could draw one like that. It's 12 a.m., and we're still working on it. 12:11. I don't even know how far we are in it. 1:45 in the morning, and we've done more. This is what we got. I just finished painting my bookshelves, and I have to clear off this so I can put my new bookshelf there. I'm so excited. See the extent of my book addiction until they're on my bed, and this isn't even all of them. It's the next day. I brought my bookshelf in here last night, and now I have all of my books lined up on my bed in the order I want them on the bookshelf. And so now all I have to do is put it on and put my decorations on. And if you can't tell, I just woke up like 2 seconds ago. So many books. Since I already have all my books set up over there how I want them on here, I just need to transfer them over. All set up now, so guess I'll take you on a tour. Started off on the top shelf where I have all my Christian authors. We have Christina Bear, Andrew Peterson, Chuck Black. These are all the Enclave Publishing books that I have. And I have Once a Queen by Sarah Arthur. And I have all my Thomas Nelson books. And then Ashley Willingham and L.L. Standage are self-published authors. Then for my second shelf, I started off with all my Jennifer Nielsen books, so the False Prince trilogy, the Mark the Thief trilogy, some of her historical fiction books. She has a lot more historical fiction, but these are all the ones that I own at the moment. I want to buy them all. Then we have the Missing series by Margaret Peterson Haddix. This is like a time travel kind of thing, and I love mystery, and I love them so much. And they go back in history, and so that's why I put it in the historical fiction section. Then we have Uprising by Margaret Peterson Haddix, and I have my Stacey Lee books, Look at the Titanic and the Downstairs Girl. Then we have these two, The Book Thief and Prisoner B. 3087 are World War II historical fiction books. And then we have this series, which is a historical fantasy, so I thought it'd be perfect to end my historical fiction with and then move to my fantasy, where I then have The Lord of the Rings and this cute mushroom statue. Then for my fantasy, we start off with my Brandon Mull book, so Dragon Watch and The Five Kingdoms. We go to Tuesdays at the Castle by Jessica Day George. We have my Ranger's Apprentice. So I'm kind of stuffy, it's hard to talk. And we have this series. I don't really like it that much. I liked the first one, and that's about it. So that's why I shoved them back a little bit, put my mushroom guy in front of them, who is adorable. Don't you think? Look at him, he's so happy all the time. Then we have Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, maybe. And I don't have the first one right now because my friend's borrowing it, but I do own it. And then this one's hardback because I couldn't find the paperback. This one is Murtaugh by Christopher Paolini, and look how cool that sprayed edge is. It's the only sprayed edge book I have. Then we have Inkheart, Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, and then Gregor the Overlander, which is definitely not as good as Hunger Games. I didn't really like it that much, but I think I just had, my expectations were too high. Starts off as the mystery shelf. So we have Lynette Eason, Agatha Christie, then we have the Winterhouse trilogy, then we have the Gallagher Girls, another Ally Carter book, Book Scavenger, which I really liked, and I don't have the third one. I read it though. Then we have the Naturals. I've only actually read it once, but the spine was so thin that it cracked so bad. Then we have the National Park Mystery Series, and I actually never read that book. Or it's actually 3 books in one, but I never read it. But I thought it was the perfect way to start my next section, my dystopian books. So I have the Hunger Games, Red Queen, Uglies, Divergent, which I started but instantly stopped when she changed her name to Tris because she automatically became annoying to me and I didn't want to read about her anymore. Then we have my random books that don't really fit anywhere, like Meet the Austins, these other books which I hate. I hated the first one there, so I'm not gonna read the second one. My other Christopher Paolini book, it's like the Witch and the Worm. It's like short stories, and then Emma. Also, how cool is my snake skin? That was found here. Next we have my Keeper of the Lost Cities shelf, because that series is so long that I decided it probably could use a whole shelf. And then when I get more books, I can like compact them, but at the moment it has its own shelf. And I think it looks really nice how it's propped up. And you can kind of see something. I shoved my book embosser behind the first one because it kept falling over. I'll put that a little bit in more so you can't really see it very well. We have that shelf and my cute mushroom statue. Last but not least, we have my hardback shelf. I started off with some Ted Dekker books like The 49th Mystic and The Circle. Then we have the Match Trilogy by Ali Conti. This is the newest Keeper of the Lost City book and the Swifts, and they're turned around because I don't like them for the same reason. And then we have All Fall Down by Ali Carter, which I actually have the second one of right here, but this one is hardback, so it goes down here. Then we have the Sherlock Society by James Ponti, and James Ponti is such a good author. I love these books so much. Then we have The Light in Hidden Places by Sharon Cameron. I took the cover off of it because I hate covers on books, but it's not pretty anymore, so I left the covers on all my other books. Then we have my Alan Gratz books. I have one more up higher on the shelf that I showed you earlier, but all my hardbacks go down here. Then I have Uprising, which is a Jennifer Nielsen book. Then I have this book that I got from Half Price Books one day. I've never read it. Then we have Understood Betsy, which was like my favorite book I read for school when I was little. I loved it so much. And the library had like a book sale, and so I got it and I was so excited because I love it so much. Then last but not least, we have The Forgotten Sisters by Shannon Hale. It's the 3rd book in the Princess Academy and I can't wait to read it. And then look at my sloth guy, or yarn bowl. So cute. Well, as you can see, all that painting isn't really visible, but my favorite parts of it are visible, which is good. Rose that I painted, and then my friend put a little bee by it, and those flowers, those are my favorite ones that I made. These blue tulips and those flowers and a bee butt, which I love those. And then this is my favorite part of the whole shelf, and so I'm really glad that it's on there. But it's funny how we worked so hard on that, and then only that little bit is visible. So that was my new bookshelf. I love it so much, and I hope you like and subscribe for more. Bye.